character, I think. Yes. Oh, trying to think. I actually really like the Arise song called Private Wars. I know it's like, it should be a Muse song that's my favorite, but that song is like so cool, and there's also a really good remix of it that you can find on YouTube or wherever. In terms of like favorite moments, I like a lot of the Ellie and Nozomi moments, to be honest. I feel like everyone does. The let's get parfaits and stuff like that. So. Yes?
Hi, so you did some voice acting for the Pokemon Generations episode. What do you think about the difference between Pokemon Generations and the original Pokemon series?
Well, the Pokemon Generations episodes were super short, so I know for like my one named character in that, I had like one line basically, and I remember seeing someone going, oh, this is like my waifu, and I always imagined her to sound different, and like the Japanese actors sound so much better, and you know, this like totally ruins the character for me, and I'm like, it's one line, like, okay? So, yeah, but it was really fun. I was so excited that I got to work on it because a lot of my friends had been working on it and stuff. And then, you know, when they called me in last minute, they're like, oh, we have a character for you to audition for, a few characters. And then Team Flare, I think she's Team Flare admin, so that was cool. And then I played like a random little girl and like a random trainer, I think. Yes. So whenever I'm doing something that's not like an official show or game or whatever, I do a lot of stuff from home. So I think for anyone who's serious about voice acting, having a decent home setup is really important, even if you're just starting online or, you know, whatever. It's like, Jotaro almost dropped his dolphin. I see how it is.
Jojo Yo TP.
My father's always leaving me to go be a marine biologist. But yeah, I do like a ton of stuff from home. Obviously not like big games and stuff, but I do like indie games and stuff like that from home. So, and sometimes for stuff like Team 4-Star, they'll be over Skype directing, which is really cool because, you know, I think having all this technology has enabled more stuff like that to happen. Yes. For like voice acting for indie games or making them? Okay. So I actually admin a forum if anyone is interested, and it's kind of like a place where, you know, indie game developers and animators, people who do machinima, like all this kind of stuff can find voice talent, and like it's mostly kind of like a trade for experience type of thing, so people are helping each other out, like voice actors who want to get experience. It's pretty easy to remember, but if anyone wants to get their phone out and type this down, I will wait for a second. Yes, the site is called Voice Acting Club, and the address for it is super easy to remember. It's just voiceactingclub.com, and it's kind of like you can audition, you can make like topics and talk to other aspiring voice actors or, you know, like pro voice actors who are on there to kind of like mentor and be like, hey, like, what should I do about this, or like I'm having this issue in my recording software. There's like some tech savvy people there who can help and stuff like that. So make sure to check it out. My username on there is Lady Stardust if you have any questions.
Do you have an agent, or do you actually contact people directly or audition for roles, or how do you actually get the role?
Well, a lot of the work that I get personally is just from kind of being connected with different studios that do like the casting and recording for this kind of stuff. Like, for example, one of the big ones, the one that I got my start with, out in California is called Bang Zoom Entertainment, and I know, and they do like competitions at different cons and stuff where they kind of, or like open casting calls essentially, where you can kind of like read for them and maybe they'll call you back if they like you or whatever. And I know they do workshops as well. And you know, there's all sorts of different ways that people kind of get on their radar and this and that. But then when you do get your foot in the door with them, and you know, they may give you like some small stuff to like kind of get you used to doing ADR and all that. And then once you like prove that you kind of know what you're doing and this and that, then they'll start sending you auditions for things. And if you happen to book it, then obviously I think with any place, they maybe will consider you for more things. You know, it's kind of like, it's hard to like get on places' radar in the first place, but then when you do and they have like a round of auditions coming up, they'll send them out. Some places will specifically choose characters that they think that you would be good for and be like, these are the ones that we're gonna send you to audition for. Other places will send out a big batch of auditions and they'll be like, pick what you wanna read for. So it just depends. Like for, there's a game that I was in called Paladins, and I know for that they send out a whole, oh cool, somebody plays it. So I know they'll send out like, you know, we'll even get like the sides for the male characters or whatever, and they'll obviously just be like, okay, pick what you want to read for. And I play Evie in that, by the way. The Winter Witch! But yeah. Anyone else? Yes?
Are there any voice actors or voice actresses that you, I guess, look up to, or?
Oh yeah, I mean there's so many. Somebody who's actually, who directs me a lot and who is sort of like a, I guess like a mentor figure to me is Wendy Lee. She directed Nier Automata and Tales of Zestiria and Ace Attorney and like a bunch of other games that I've been in. So she's kind of like watched and helped me grow, I guess, in my career. And she was also like one of my first inspirations back when I first watched Cowboy Bebop and her as Faye Valentine. And I was like, oh, I want to like voice a character like that someday or whatever. So, you know, she's somebody who immediately comes to mind. Christina V is a longtime friend of mine and someone that constantly inspires me because we're like the same age and kind of like started around the same time. But you know, I see like how much she's accomplished, and I guess it kind of just inspires me. Like I want to be able to do that. And you know, like, I don't know, there's just like so many times that I hear a really good performance. Jeremy Lee is another one who plays A2 in Nier and a ton of other stuff, but you know, I was like listening to her as A2 and I'm like, oh, she's so good in everything, why can't I be this good? So yeah, I try to like listen to a lot of performances and really see what I can take away to improve my own work, if that makes sense. Anyone else? Yes?
Which one out of the people that you voice acted do you relate to the most?
Do I relate to the most? Sorry. That is, that's a tough one, because like I play a lot of Mean Girls and I feel really comfortable playing Mean Girls, but I do not consider myself a Mean Girl, and that maybe that's partly why it's so fun to play them. You know, I definitely, I would say like, for instance, 2B was my favorite role that I've done, but she's definitely like completely opposite from my personality type, because I'm very much like, oh, I'm like emotional and not strong and I show my feelings and stuff like that. So, in the same way that, you know, I would not be the Umi of the group with my friends. Yeah, and I don't, that's a tough one. Like, I would need to play a character that's like super awkward and kind of weird, and I think I could like relate to that a lot. But for some reason, I mean, it's not a character that I've played officially, I hope, when the time comes, but for some reason I can relate to Jolene from JoJo's a lot, and I just really like to play that character. But she's like a way cooler version of me. How much time do we have? We're out of time. Okay, so